Okay, this is Wayne from Activate ASAP, and I'm going to show you how to make a little bone broth. So there's a few different ways of doing it that I've seen on the internet, and this is the way we like to do it. It tastes pretty decent, and it's pretty easy. So first thing, get a few bones here. These are some pork bones we have. We just threw them in there. We did a quarter of a pig or something like that, and we paid we didn't pay any extra for this. It's just part of our take. Most people don't keep bones for bone broth anymore. People think you're crazy, but you know, I say live a little resiliently and reap the rewards later. Let's see what else. That's probably good enough. You know, the rest of it's all frozen. Get that out of the way. Alright, after we get the bone broth in there, we'll put a little apple cider vinegar in there. It says tablespoon on most things you see, but I kind of just give it a little splash, and it's good enough. And I'd say that's about almost a tablespoon. And then we get some water. I'm going to wash my hands real quick. I don't like getting pork matter all over the stuff I'm going to be touching. Okay, now we get the water here. I just pour it in there to where it's about covering those bones up. And so with that acid there, that apple cider vinegar, what it does, it actually helps break down the cartilage and marrow and all that collagen, good stuff inside these bones and around these bones. And it helps breaking it all down so we can digest it easier, and also helps a little good gut health. Now throw in some veggies. I just get the organic carrots. I'm probably pretty sure that they're organic practices. I have no idea. HEB Organics, I don't know if they're good organics or not, but at least it's organic and hopefully not raised with a bunch of chemicals and crap. There we go. And then chop up some celery for it all. And I just do a rough chop. I mean, I'm not going to eat this. I actually toss this out to the chickens when it's all done. Chickens like it. Get on that. Toss that in there. So I do carrots, celery, and onion. It's kind of like I don't know, is it French or Italian? I have to guess it's French. Confit. I don't know. That's where you cook the onion and carrots and celery all together. And this is just a simple way of kind of getting a good taste to everything. I'll also throw some salt, pepper in there. Done it with garlic before, and that's decent. But it tends to, if you get the pot too hot, it tends to make that garlic taste a little bad to me. What do they call it? Getting rancid, when that garlic gets a little rancid. So you just be careful whenever you're doing that good stuff. All right. Go ahead and stack these guys up. Just nice rough cut, just so it can get in there and kind of float around. We'll stir it every once in a while. And we let this boil, or not boil, I'm sorry, we leave it on the crock pot on low for about, I wouldn't go over 48 hours because, man, it turns dark. I like it to be a nice, you know, dark brown color, a brown color, but not black. We've had it come out, we're like, uh-oh, we left it a little too long, and it's pretty bad. And this is this crock pot. I remember this crock pot from my mama. My mama had it whenever I was just a little kid, and I took it with me when I went off to college, and it's still kicking. I mean, look at this old cord on this thing. That is, I don't even know. It's probably not safe, but hey, it makes my bone broth for me. Looks like the bones are all covered up pretty good. There's a little bit of one sticking up here, but after it gets hot, it'll probably fall down. And we're ready to go. Let me put a little salt and pepper in there real quick. So far it's taken me 5 minutes and I've been goofing around this whole time. So anybody can do this really easily. The only thing that takes a while is just waiting for it to get done. And this is actually a mixed seasoning here. It's different like spices, like a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic, good stuff like that in there. And then here's my pepper. I like using cracked pepper because, or I use whole peppercorns and then I do them fresh like this, because there's natural oils inside the peppercorn that are actually a little more healthy for you than that old dried nasty crap you get at the grocery store. Of course, I bought these at the grocery store too, but they were whole peppers. Alright, and that's it. Put the lid on that bad boy, put it on low, and let it rock. Just make sure you don't have anything around it. Well, my crock pot gets really warm around the side since it's so old. But I'll come in here later and make sure it's going, and then I'll actually move it back into the pantry so it's out of the way. And we're good to go. Alright, that's it. That's how I make my bone broth. If you have any questions, shoot me an email or something like that. Talk to you later.